What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about Lucid. I want to give you an overview of some of the current data points, what's really moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, Lucid is going down 10.35%. And there has been no news to really justify this downtrend aside from just what's happened over this last week. So looking over the last 5 days, Lucid is up 21.37%, and that's factoring in this 10% down day. So Lucid has ran up quite a lot, and I think there's a fair amount of just profit taking at this stage in the game. And even looking right here, these are all the transactions occurring so far within the first about 2 hours of the trading day. As I've said in the past, it's always important to analyze where the volume is coming from. So for instance, right now, again, within the first 2 hours of the trading day, 30.7 million shares have been traded, 28.8 is the average. Based on what I just showed you for the institutions, it is fair to assume that algorithmic trading is taking up at least majority of the volume. And you can tell that based on all of this barcoding. This is AI just doing all this. So it's not necessarily the best, and whenever algorithmic trading does and is involved, it's rather hollow. So this is why you do get those crazy volatile swings. There hasn't been any change as far as the optimism associated to 2 rate cuts. That's one of the biggest things that really did drive Lucid and just a lot of stocks higher, because the whole EV sector is very sensitive to interest rates, and with having 2 potential back-to-back cuts, that's like epic stuff. So right now for the September 18th meeting, there is a 86.3% likelihood of a 25 basis point cut. And then for the November 7th meeting, there is a 55.4% likelihood of a further cut, another 25. So all in all, I think that's pretty good stuff. When it comes down to shorts, I'll give you an overview of what they are doing today. So they're currently returning 425,000 shares, 27.7% of the free float is being shorted. That works out to be 245.88 million shares overall are being shorted. Utilization 93.53, and then short score is 94.28. And right now it is SSR, so short sale restriction, and I'll give you an overview of that. So pop over to IBKR. You can kind of see this red dot right here. So it says the SEC Rule 201, aka the uptick rule, has been triggered for the related exchanges and have implemented a short sale restriction in accordance with their policies, and that is up until 9 or 7 o'clock Central PM today, or sorry, tomorrow, the 16th. So it's a 2-day kind of extension for that. So in reality, what that does mean, if Lucid is kind of selling off more than 10%, shorts can't increase. So it kind of prevents a massive slaughtering. So shorts can return shares. So right now with Lucid, how it is, I'll give you an overview of that. So right now with Lucid down 10.35%, that does mean that shorts can't increase right now. They can only return. So that's kind of important to analyze that information. No new analyst ratings. So the last one was done 3 days ago, and that was done by 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, if I'm saying that right. $2.90 price target. Based on the Elliott wave technicals, it is still somewhat optimistic. I'll give you an overview of that. Briefly glitched for a second, but it does have a pivot point of $2.95. So for as long as Lucid is above that, it is still anticipated to get between this $4 and $4.18 range. So all in all, I think that's fairly good. And today's sell-off, I know it kind of sucks, might have some people panicked, but it is generally healthy for the stock itself and for the technicals, because for a stock to be this far outside the Bollinger Band, like, you need some epic news to justify this. And I think in Lucid's case, it was just a lot of speculation. So as I did a video under Financial Journey on some expectations, this sell-off was anticipated, but I think bigger picture, once it gets it out of the system, then this is where it'll be able to pick up and go higher from here. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But looking at options, 2.1 million in calls, 758,000 in puts. So a lot of money is getting into Lucid through options. 54% of all the options being done so far today are bearish. And as I even mentioned in my video yesterday, or I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago, just the options did signal that it was going to be kind of closing this week between 350 and 4. So I think just a lot of people anticipated a pullback. So just kind of keep in mind for that. But looking at the call options that are being purchased, you do see a consensus for it to be roughly around that 4 to 450 range. And looking at the puts that's being purchased today, you see a consensus for it to be, looks like between that 3 and 350. So all in all, not necessarily the best, but right now with it at $3.80, it is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So 402 is a very strong resistance level that you'll want to watch for Lucid to get above. On the flip side, $3.69 is going to be that next strong support, which I don't anticipate it being touched today. It is kind of close to it, but I still don't really anticipate it to kind of be touched. But what do I know, right? Sometimes the crystal ball is wrong and it is selling off quite a lot. So if you do believe in, especially based on a lot of the interviews that's been coming out, if you believe in what Peter and Faisal have been saying, then take advantage of this discount or this kind of sell-off today. Buy the dip, as what they always say. So let me know your thoughts on that. But on the actual chart itself, the first sign of weakness, you're going to see a significant pullback. That's what happens time and time again. Even looking at stochastic, you do see a bearish deviation starting to form, and it is at 88, so that is considered rather overbought. At the same time, a number of retail investors are getting the hell out. So like I said, there's a certain level of profit taking being done today, because like, even if you think about it, it going up all this amount, a lot of that is speculation, especially associated to their upcoming earnings. But still, a lot of people are just seeing this as somewhat unrealistic. So all in all, let me know your thoughts on Lucid. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then take advantage of this promo as well. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.